Greetings, Earthlings. If you tuned in to yesterday's episode, first off, you got to be introduced to my new future co-host, Miss Kitty.
Hi.
And you got to hear us nerd out about the Avengers Endgame. However, we had to cut out a lot of the nerding out in order to edit it down for the time of the podcast episode. Plus, we had a lot of hilarious bloopers that you guys should just gotta hear. So, tune in, nerd out to the unedited version of yesterday's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly.
Hey, it's your boy Spaceship, man. I got a new podcast out I want y'all to subscribe to, bro. It's called Urban Nerd Weekly, available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. My
Spaceship back up in the shit. I just snacks and couple beats. I'm about to hit the stick, so go and follow me on Twitch. Now watch me crank that urban. Now watch me crank that urban. Watch me crank that urban. Now watch me crank that urban.
What's happening? What's trending? It's your boy Space, and we got a special guest up in the episode today. Introduce yourself, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Kitty.
And my friend Kitty is here to help me co-host today's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. And if you like Kitty today, you will see or hear more Kitty in the future. So, first, let's get into the intro. I feel like, we was having this conversation before we start filming the episode or recording the episode. I don't know why I said filming. We're not filming. We're just recording. Y'all can't see us. We're exclusive. That's real nigga shit. However, we were having a very important conversation about peanut butter and jelly. And I think the world needs to understand that this is a real thing. Like, first of all, peanut butter jelly is fucking awesome, right?
The best.
So, we thought we'd bring this revolution to the world because I've done this.
Because you people need to know.
Right. And Kitty's done this. Y'all got to understand. The next evolution of peanut butter and jelly is toasting that shit.
Toasting it.
And, if you want to go pro extra butter on a George Foreman grill, that's how you make your heart smile.
If you want to be fancy and whatnot.
Yeah. Plus, it comes out smoother that way. Yesterday was May 1st, and not only was it May Day, not only was it my grandma and one of my best friends' birthday yesterday, but it was also the anniversary of Sir SpongeBob SquarePants Esquire. SpongeBob turned how old yesterday? 20 years old. That makes me feel old that SpongeBob's already 20. Not to mention, when I started thinking about what I was doing in 1999, I'm starting to realize why I didn't know SpongeBob existed yet, because I was beginning puberty.
And I was learning how to be too.
Like I said, today is also May Day, but lest we not forget, Sunday coming up is Cinco de Mayo, which is the day that all of the Mexicans pack it to restaurants to get drunk. No, I'm just playing. This is the day that they celebrate Mexican Revolution Day, and it's a fake holiday that white people gave them to make them feel better about the fact that they stole their land and called it Texas. Hey, did I just keep it too real, Kitty?
Too real. It's sad.
Right. So, like I said,
you don't see too many Mexicans doing the stereotypical Mexican-ish.
They don't. Not on.
You see a white man with a donkey and a sombrero on saying, yeah. Mexican words.
Yeah, like yesterday was May Day for white people, and I didn't see them panicking at all. Isn't that what May Day is?
I'm not sure what May Day is.
Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, that was a short-term memory, so that explains why. But I remember a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about May Day. Well, okay, I was talking about May Day.
Go back to Earth and stay out of space.
When I said we, I was talking about me and them was talking about it. You know what I mean?
Did you see what I did there, though?
Huh?
Did you see the pun I made?
I did, and I was trying to roll past it because if I stopped to laugh, I was gonna forget the train of thought I was on. However, I think May Day is like the end of the beginning of spring. That's what it is. Like March 1st is the beginning of spring. It's like
sounds like the smell of pollen.
Yeah, well, it did.
It gives me the sniffles.
It was like super pollinated that day. I remember that because I had recorded the episode like the day before when I was supposed to have done it like a week before. And then I remember coming outside and my car was yellow. And as we know, my car is scarlet red. So that wasn't fun at all. However, it rained a lot, so I saved money on my car wash by switching to Geico. No, I'm just playing.
All around you is leaking faces.
Yeah. And now I got this, like, cough thing going on.
It might be Ebola. Are you dying?
No. I mean, as far as I know, I'm not dying. And if I am dying, it would really suck to die from fucking pollen. So, you know, as I said, the holidays or whatever. Another part of today's nerd news update. Since we went and saw the Avengers movie, we are a part of this statistic now. Right? Or was it? Because we went after the weekend. So, never mind. We are not a part of this statistic. However, Avengers Endgame did do some pretty big numbers. Not as big as Black Panther, of course. Because, you know, Black Panther's a real deal urban nerd, so how can you do it bigger? However, Avengers Endgame did post up some big numbers, and Miss Kitty's here to tell you what those numbers are.
Those numbers are 1.222 billion global debit that shook Hollywood to its core. Marvel Studios' Avengers Endgame is already setting its sights on another breathtaking result next weekend by potentially assembling a $2 billion worldwide box office total, with foreign receipts topping I fucked that up.
Just keep going.
885 million, including China Monday box office, and domestic at 356 million through Sunday. Endgame is north of 1.24 plus billion and other nerd stuff.
Groovy. Love nerd shit. So, in case y'all didn't get the gist of that, that means that's a lot of money, people. You could we could buy your family with that kind of money.
Yeah, and then as long as we don't give them to Donald Trump, we're good.
Right? Because I mean, you know, it's real disrespectful to just come up in your house and buy your family, but to sell them to Donald Trump after that, that's just.
We could buy him back from Donald Trump.
No. You sell people, you don't go buying them back. They come back with resentment. Did you hear about any of slavery at all?
Do you know about marketing at all? Profit.
But people work different. Otherwise, we would still be property. I mean, we ain't, you know, citizens and shit. But we ain't property, technically. Says a book I read. All right, look. In other nerd news today, apparently NASA has, not NASA, India. Oh, damn. They had to jump on NASA on that shit.
Okay.
All right, a black hole bigger than the sun is pulling on the fabric of space and motherfucking time. And by fabric of space, I'm not talking about my shirt. I mean, that's probably why it feels like time is moving faster. That black hole is... You know what? I'm think I'm gonna blame that black hole on being late the next time. I feel like I could word that just right to where maybe my boss will be too confused and want to believe me.
Yeah, hey boss, sorry I'm late. The black hole kind of messed up time for me. So,
time shifted while I was waiting on La Vista Road, and yeah. So
he would literally look at you like, so you're saying you're late because you fail at time. You're late because you're late.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what he was saying.
If you're smart enough.
The name of this black hole is the V404 Senji, which it's you know, Indians found it, so they got to get to name it.
For short.
The black hole has been observed exhibiting the effects of Einstein's general theory of relativity. Black holes are generally known for pulling in any item that crosses their path using their gravitational force, but it's usually only material objects, even if this is from nearby stars and planets. The V404, which it still sounds kind of cool because it's like Atlanta area code V404. It's like, you know, A-Town first, bitch. Like that, but it also sounds like where an orgy would happen, which kind of does still play into.
I mean, if anybody have seen the actual pictures of black holes, then
it's probably what the shrapnel of an orgy looks like.
And you would want to stick your dick in it.
That too. I mean, you wouldn't get it back. That is a truly once in a lifetime experience.
And you'll never get a blowjob like that again.
Boy, that will suck you dry.
Literally.
The V404 Sinji black hole, on the other hand, seems to be dragging in space itself, according to the team of researchers from the International Center for Radio Astronomy Research, using the National Science Foundation Very Long Baseline Array. What kind of scientific name is that? National Science Foundation's Very Long Baseline Array. VLBA.
Very long name.
Very long, basic ass name. The black hole is around 9 times the size of Earth's sun and around 8,000 light years away from Earth, which is distance, not time, people. Please know that. Currently, it's drawing its material from a star that's around 70% of the sun's size, and their orbits don't line up, which means one of them's gonna suck the other one up. Suck up the... One's gonna absorb the other one.
Yeah.
That material ends up in a rotating stream of material around the black hole called the accretion disk.
And that's where babies come from.
That's probably where Thanos fucking got shit out of it.
Maybe.
The V404 Sinji. What if Thanos is the accumulation of all the things that got sucked into the black hole? And by the way, this thing said it seems to be moving, like not just wobbling like how we was reading earlier, but fucking traveling.
Yeah, black holes do that. They're not attached to anything.
I mean, nah, but
they're just floating and just like.
How do they get trajectory? What?
They suck in every direction.
So they can.
They're like.
So how can it go in any direction if everything around it is getting sucked into that direction? Depending
on the speed and velocity, something's being sucked into it. Because you know when you're in space, if something hits you, your ass is flying.
Right.
So it's probably the same logic when it comes down to a black hole.
It might have sucked up something big one day and then trying to like swallow the whole thing and just like went that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I can wrap my brain around that. Alright. The material ends up in a rotating stream of material around the black hole called the accretion disk. The V404 Sinji black hole has a disk 10 million kilometers wide. As the disk inches closer to the black hole, becoming denser and hotter, the black hole and the inner parts of the disk start to launch material pieces of... I'm just start over. As the disk inches closer to the black hole, becoming denser and hotter, the black hole and the inner parts of the disk start to launch material pieces of... Wow, I don't know why it sounded like the beginning of a romance novel when I read it at that time. Yeah, it's getting denser and hotter.
Oh, yeah.
The black hole and the inner parts of the disk start to launch material pieces away from the accretion disk.
Because they sucked it up.
The accretion rhymes with secretion.
Yes, accretion these nuts.
Disc.
Yeah, you like these discs.
Basically, it's wobbling.
Take this disc.
This wobble is supposed to be a steady stream of ejected material, but in this case, the black hole is spitting out interjected blobs of plasma. Now, let's pause for a second and talk about the fact that why the fuck nobody ever talks about the fourth state of matter that is plasma, but suddenly this black hole is just sucking it up all day now. What is this shit?
Because it's a problem now.
Oh,
it's kind of like issues in the black community. It's a problem for everybody now, so we got to pay attention to it.
Oh, is that why they think twerking just started a couple of years ago? Because white girls just started doing it a couple of years ago?
Yeah, totally. Along with dreads.
In V404 Sinji's case, the excessive speed of the wobble, baby, wobble, baby.
Get in there.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it is. Yeah.
Get in there.
Black hole. Okay. Brings Einstein's general theory of relativity into play, which states that massive objects like black holes can distort space and time itself. Orbit misalignment combined with a rapid wobble causes a frame dragging effect where the material being pushed from the accretion disk can be seen changing direction. Since the V404 Sinji black hole didn't follow the same rules as conventional black holes, it must be a black hole.
Oh, it's one of them niggas.
The ICRAR team has to combine 103 images of the black hole, each around 70 seconds long, in order to observe the phenomenon. So basically, because it's a black hole, they have to watch it a little harder.
Yeah, it might steal something.
I think it's already stealing things.
Yeah.
But that is all for today's Nerd News update. On to today's digital download. We got it packed full of movies and music today. No video games, surprisingly. I know every episode we have video games, but not today. I know, right? I'm kind of disappointed. I guess everybody heard about Mortal Kombat 11 and Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age and was like, you know, we probably don't give a shit for the next 2 months because I'm going to be stuck in my mom's basement.
I mean, Mortal Kombat 11 do look kind of hot. So.
That shit looks so legit, bro. Like, I've been saying on the show for the past 3 episodes, I'm probably about to blow a check and just go get I was gonna get a PlayStation 4, but I was talking to this guy in my job, or our job, and he was like, the PS5 is about to come out this year. So I feel like if I buy a PlayStation 4 just for Mortal Kombat, I'm gonna regret it as soon as the 5 come out. I think I'm just gonna save up my money for the 5 and then get Mortal Kombat 11, and then, you know, they're always retro compatible and shit.
Or you could get both. You know, on different game systems, they have like different perks.
Right, but I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 5 unless I'm getting ready to shoot myself the week after.
Can I shoot you for you?
No, because then you gotta go to jail, and then, you know, you're gonna meet some chick named Bertha, and she's gonna want to do some stuff with a broom. On today's digital download, on the movie section, all these movies come out tomorrow, May 3rd, by the way. The Intruder, Long Shot, and I made all the flip come out. Bro, I'm gonna have to have a whole separate episode of this podcast just for bloopers and shit. The Intruder, Long Shot, and Ugly Dolls all hitting theaters near you tomorrow. In the music side, YG drops his album For Real. Yeah, and a strange thing about YG's album, of course, we all know one of his his best buddies, his bro, just got, his bro passed not too long ago, Mr. Nipsey Hussle. We had episode 10 was all about him.
R.I.P. Nip.
R.I.P. Nipsey, man. The marathon continues. Nerdy hustle all day. But YG recently released a video about telling people to stop snitching, which I think is kind of ironic because I'm pretty sure that's how Nipsey Hussle's murderer was caught, is because someone snitched. But hey, I'm so in support of her snitching, and I'm pretty sure he would let that snitching incident slide too. Not to mention, I mean, people misconstrue the word snitching a lot. Like, snitching is when y'all did a crime together and then you tell on the other person you were with that did the crime with you, and, to get your sentence reduced. That's snitching. If you lived across the street and in the process of y'all doing this, y'all shot my dog in the face, and I tell somebody what happened, that's not snitching. That's revenge for Roscoe, okay? My dog was a good dog. Hashtag, that's not real. I didn't have a dog named Roscoe. I was just making up a scenario.
Not a real dog, people. Do
No.
not call Peter.
No dogs were harmed in the making of today's episode. So, but in the video for Stop Snitching or Don't Snitch or whatever it's called about snitching, and not doing it, he released 33 blue balloons in honor of Nipsey Hussle, who died at age 33. Some people also wonder if that was his way of telling people that he's finally made it to the 33rd degree of Masonry, and that he used Nipsey Hussle as his sacrifice to become part of the Illuminati, and he's now one of their puppets. So you never know. You never know what's really going on. Styles P also drops an album tomorrow. It's called SP the GOAT, Ghost of All Time. And your boy PNB Rock, who just dropped an album like 2 months ago, is dropping another album, Trap Star turned Pop Star, all dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow is a very eventful day when it comes to release of media and shit. So those are all of your movies and music coming up for tomorrow. And that was today's digital download. I'd like to take this second to remind you guys to follow me on social media on all the major sites. The big three especially, that would be Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can follow me on all of them at Space Was Here, SPAYCEWZHERE. Miss Kitty, do you have any social media to plug?
I don't know if y'all ready for all that yet. Stay tuned though.
Stay tuned. Yes, that's right. Stay tuned every Tuesday and Thursday at some point that day, because if I tell y'all the time, I'll probably will fail to bring it to you at that time. However,
give the people what they want, Chauncey.
Right. And if you add a .com to my social media, that is how you get to the website, spacewashere.com. Please sign up for the email list so you can get all exclusive material when it comes out. There's exclusive content as well as when I hop upon a news story. I'm not gonna do the DJ academic shit. However, sometimes I do get exclusives, and also you guys can get the first word as soon as Snacking Off comes out. Which, if you listen to the last episode and you had a song on there, like, let me know, man. I gotta know which ones y'all on, cause I gotta figure out which of my little $5 I'm gonna put behind my music video for you guys to for the YouTube page when it drops. So y'all make sure y'all get ready for that.
Y'all.
Yeah, $1 million projects, you guys. McDonald's money has funded this. I sold crack overnight over there.
Not like Muddy.
Oh, he was selling crack to the kids. So it's not his real name.
But they don't need to know that he was selling crack to kids.
You right, because people will misconstrue that. So, just that's how I'll know when to delete that shit. But yes, last week's question of the day was, what was your favorite parody movie in light of the fact that I played 3 parody songs? What is your favorite parody movie? My favorite parody movie, it was, okay, I'm going to tell y'all my 3 favorite parody movies, because y'all know I never have a fucking favorite anything except, nope, no favorites at anything. So, first favorite parody movie, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, hood classic, parody classic. Kenyon Ivory Wayans did his thing. Not Another Teen movie, also a favorite movie, favorite parody movie, and it's also the movie I was gonna tell Miss Kitty to pretend like was her favorite parody movie. She's never seen a parody movie.
The Scary Movie count?
Yes, Emily.
I just thought about it.
I was delete your name out later, but we had a whole conversation about parody movies.
I couldn't think about it until now. You know how my brain works.
And then you know what? That just works out.
To use it.
It's just fine, because Scary Movie is my 3rd favorite parody movie. What's your favorite scene in the Scary Movie?
Cindy, the TV's leaking. I'm in a hot ass, Cindy.
Shouts out to
Shouts
out to Regina Hall too, by the way. That role is probably what led to her being able to have her own feature film with Little recently.
Yes, I really want to see that, so no spoilers.
Okay, so you just shouldn't listen to the last episode then.
Okay, I will not.
But yeah, there was a good movie, and you should go see it. And okay, no spoilers. All right, so on to today's topic, the real deal, why we're here today.
Dun, 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 dun.
We saw Avengers movie. All right, first of all, like I told y'all last episode or on my Instagram, I don't remember. My short-term memory is askew right now. However, if right now is the last notification, if you have not seen Avengers movie, please press. We sounded like we was making fun of Asian people. Please press pause right now.
Please, President.
Okay, for real though, please press pause right now. That's a tongue twister. That's why I messed it up. Please press pause right now. So, and then I'll put in the description where you can pick up on the episode at, because I'm about to be dropping nothing but spoiler bombs for people who didn't see it. First of all, what the fuck? Iron Man is dead. What is the world without Iron Man? Iron Man is dead. He snapped Thanos and his partners out of existence. But there was a sacrifice.
Yeah. R.I.P. Iron Man, you the realest.
You real goat, dog.
You real goat.
AVG, hold me now.
Iron Man, I love you.
Alright, so
Stark, I love you.
first bomb drop, yes. Iron Man dies. He dies in the end. And yes, it extra sucks because he was the only one at the beginning of the movie that had his whole family.
But at least Thanos died twice.
Thanos died twice.
2 times.
And as bitch niggas should. He died once at the beginning of the movie.
In a gangster nigga way, though.
Right? His second, okay, that first death, that was...
That's
you got your
hood.
head chopped off. That's how
hood niggas get caught.
No, that's how
After they
thieves...
done did some shit.
That's how thieves died in the medieval times. But that second, okay, so we'll put it this way. His first death was gangster, but his second death was really like dignified, you know? He kind of walked around for a minute, he looked around at everybody, took a knee, and then he was like, all right, y'all niggas got me. All right.
It's really good.
He turned into dust and shit.
I don't think he felt very well.
I don't, usually when you turn to dust, you probably don't feel well. I would ask any...
That's how old people feel before they...
Speaking of old people, someone who wasn't supposed to get old, got old.
Ooh, Pharrell Williams?
No. You know he's never getting old.
Actually, since he said some racist shit, he kind of started to look old.
Was it racist against white people?
He was racist against black people.
Oh, well, yeah. Start fucking up that vitamin E in your skin when you start talking ill about black people, man.
Yeah, is that Madam
You done been in the house too long,
Madam Zeroni voodoo.
Yep, you better carry a curly headed nigga up a mountain or something. But the person who got old, who wasn't supposed to get old, Captain America, decided at the end of the movie when he was returning all the stones, yeah, bitch, because they had to go all the way back through time to get them all again. Different points in time. Iron Man, Tony Stark's got to meet his daddy. He all choked up and shit, feeling emotions.
It was adorable.
It was. And not to mention, during this little escapade is when, Captain America started to realize, all the times Tony's been telling him to get a life, maybe he should. So, at the end of the movie, when he was returning all the... Whew.
The Red Bull is acting up.
I don't think there's no more in my body. I think that's what that was.
It's like, man, I'm done.
It's like, oh, your tank's empty.
He clocked out. He clocked out and went home for the day.
It's like, yep.
I give you wings tomorrow.
I'm tired, you know where I'm at if you want to give me another ring, which is downstairs. But, yeah, Captain America goes back in time, and they don't show what he does, but when he goes back in time, 10 seconds later, Bucky looks over at the lake because he's his best friend. He already knew what he was probably gonna do. So he looks over, sees some old guy sitting by the lake, and then, what's his name? Warhawk? The black dude. What's his name? Was that Warhawk? Was that his name? Anyway, y'all know I'm DC, so I don't be knowing these niggas' name like that. The
black guy's the new Captain America. There, I said it.
I was building to that, all right? So, yeah, Captain America went back in time and went back to the day before he did the experiment that made him Captain America. So now he doesn't have the whole life of Captain America. And he got to marry the chick that he had been thinking about the whole time that he was Captain America. And she died before him anyway, so he still had to be alone. Yeah, I looked that part up. She died before him.
But that don't touch the fact that he caught Thor's hammer.
Oh, yeah.
That beast-ass action right there.
And of course, all the old school Marvel fans knew that Captain America was worthy, because that's in the comics, but didn't know that was going to be in the movie. And it took them a long time to build up to it. They did a really good job, because Thor goes off the rails this movie, right? Which is understandable. I'm not going to lie, at all of the Avengers, I feel like I relate to Thor the most.
Thor looked kind of like a fat Jesus.
He looked like a fat Thor, all right. And in all honesty, that's who he was drawn after, was Jesus. Yeah. God of thunder.
Yeah, the white Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess one of them, because, the pagans got like a whole thing. All right, we don't. Anyway, so Captain America's a black guy now. So apparently, like, okay, so does he get to keep the wings and the shield, or?
I think he just get the shield,
bruh.
That's what he gave him.
I mean, yeah.
He's probably gonna eventually get it.
I feel like he should keep those wings though, cause they don't let niggas fly often.
Yeah, probably for a reason.
And every movie they shoot him. I feel like if he has the shield, probably won't get his wings shot as much.
I think Young Metro just don't trust him.
So he gonna shoot that nigga. Okay. So Captain America got old, and then he still had to die alone. Tony died. Captain America died. Captain America's black now. Okay, of course, everybody got snapped back. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the whole thing, like, if you watch the whole movie, it's kind of like a long-ass episode of Dragon Ball Z. They spent the whole time looking for these 6 things so they can make one magic wish, get all these people back. And they did that. And then Thanos found his way back. So, of course, they had to have a big battle royale, but not before, you know what I'm saying, Black Panther was the first to show up, and he brought the squad on through.
He stole the show.
He,
right next to Captain America's ass.
I was really hoping you were going to forget about that.
You can edit that out.
No, I'm going to keep it in because it's hilarious.
Keep it.
Shut up. But yeah, like me, Miss Kitty, and our friend Sir Quartz, we all went to go see Endgame yesterday. Yes, and then because of that, like, you know, our friend Quartz, he's, you know, he plays for the other team. Proudly, of course. He's not hiding it at all. And Miss Kitty, I'll edit her name out, is of course a girl, so they spent half the movie.
Yeah, certified girl.
Looking at Captain America's cheeks. I was not a fan of his cheeks.
You're just mad they're better than yours.
First of all...
He's the thickest.
First of all...
Thicklest.
Everybody has more cheeks than me.
You know you're pretty thick.
Second of all...
How your tits stay perched up like that?
Second of all... How do you feel about yourself? Well, we was just talking about Black Panther and Wakanda Forever. And you're gonna talk about that little white man's ass.
Oh, everybody know that T'Challa can get it. But, Boko, you can holler at me after hours.
And not to mention, you know what I'm saying, he had a very, T'Challa, you know what I'm saying, Black Panther and Spider-Man had very, very sting-sealing performances in the big battle royale scene. Of course.
Don't forget Hulk.
Hold on, wait a minute. We gotta go whole full circle for Hulk. First of all, because he did a whole...
He need his own segment.
He got a whole thing going on here. As a matter of fact, I feel like this episode is going to end up being like another... We're going to have to come back another episode and finish talking about this shit.
2 sods.
It must be 2 sods.
2 sods.
But yeah, though. Sting-sealing performances by Black Panther and Iron Man. I mean, damn, not Iron Man. Spider-Man.
R.I.P. Iron Man.
R.I.P. Iron Man, man. Starks, you the real OG for that shit, for real, man. You would have made your daddy proud, bro.
His dad looked like he was proud.
Yeah. And Morgan's gonna grow up proud of her daddy that's dead.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Pepper suited up, right? Pepper suited up for the Battle Royale. That was some epic shit. But yeah, Pepper suited up for the episode. First of all, I want to say, it was a very stereotypical scene that Black Panther stole, though. Because Spider-Man, you know, okay, so at the end of the movie, they remade the gauntlet, right? Iron Man, you know, Tony remade the gauntlet so they could re-put the stones in and be able to make it work. And then what happened was, Hulk put on the gauntlet, wished everybody back, right? But then... Thanos, there's just too much story to spoil that part for you. There's just too much story to spoil that part for you. So, I'm just gonna let y'all know he finds his way back into the future after they kill him. That's why he has to die twice, because all pussies gotta die twice. That was in the James Bond movie, I'm pretty sure.
Get it in.
But, after all that goes down, Hulk... amazingly was not strong enough to keep the gauntlet on, so he took it off. And then when all the people came back, Thanos came back. He came back to the future right after that, And he sent the fucking missile right into Tony's house. Like, bruh, y'all better be glad. Well, I mean, he dead now, so he probably don't care. But y'all better be glad this nigga's rich. Because, I mean, y'all keep blowing up his houses and shit. I don't think he likes that very much.
I want the job he got, though. I want to be the next Iron Man.
Well,
Cat.
actually, Iron Man's predecessor is a 15-year-old black girl genius.
But it ain't me, and I'm not 15.
Well, I mean, you could do the voiceover and be the icon of a...
I am Iron Man. How was that?
You sounded like a murderer.
Good.
But we'll work on that.
So they know I'm gonna be the villain.
You're definitely gonna be something in life. So after this all happens, everybody, like, comes back, but they don't show everybody come back because, you know, too busy getting a rocket shoved up their ass. And so after that, you know what I'm saying, Thanos starts going toe-to-toe with the three main Avengers, you know, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, and they tag teaming that ass, right? But, you know, of course...
Beating that ass.
But, of course, like every superhero movie, they always have that one bad guy that's just too fucking strong. So he's, you know, he's starting to swipe him left and swipe him right? And then...
Not like Tinder.
Right. And then the next thing you know, they're all down. And then out of nowhere, you see Black Panther come out of nowhere with the squad. Everybody shows up. And then the real big bad... Because what happens is, you know, they're still got some fighting. Like the three main guys, Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. Thank you for helping me with that.
It was Thor.
So much. You're so helpful.
So helpful.
So they still got fight in them. But Thanos decides he gonna bring his boys down from the ship. And they're just finna obliterate Earth. He give a whole little bad guy speech. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. I'm gonna spoil a lot of this movie, but that speech is fucking gold. You should hear it yourself for the first time. And so when he has the whole army down there, that's when T'Challa and the whole Black Panther nation show up. All of Wakanda show. I don't know why I said Black Panther nation. Him and all of Wakanda's army show up, and then the rest of the entire Avengers Unlimited fucking shows up. And now, as everything's going on, what the fuck his name was? The Arrow nigga.
The Arrow nigga. The name that we haven't figured out yet.
Hawkeye. Thank you.
Thanos snap.
Yeah. So Hawkeye's had the gauntlet for like the last 10 minutes of this description, right? So after a while, he's like, hey guys, what do you want me to do with this? And they was like, oh shit, he still got the gauntlet. Oh fuck, what are we gonna do? So he starts running with it. He's got it for a little while. But then he starts getting tagged, and then you know, pass the ball to Spider-Man because it's time for him to show up and show out. He been asleep for 5 years. He's ready to play the game. He didn't make the football team. He got a grudge to hold.
Yeah, he ran that shit.
Plus, he's got the Tony Stark Spider-Man suit, so you know it's got all kind of extra mods and shit all up on it. One of which, he actually gets to be an 8-legged spider or 8-armed spider, depending on what... Are those arms or legs on spiders? Are
Legs.
some of them arms and some of them legs?
I mean, on a spider, those are all legs.
They're
I
all
think.
Except
legs.
the
two in the front, the little small ones.
Oh, those are...
I guess they're...
Those are hands too? I thought those was the
We're
things...
physically motioning, so you guys can imagine.
I thought that's how they poison people.
You think about the fangs. I'm talking about the other things, the smaller arms, but they're not like legs. They're just like...
Well, I've been murdering them all my life, so I don't...
You're a murderer.
Well, I have sisters, so
You're very evil.
I don't have a choice but to be. I have to have all of the bad in me so they can be good people. Because that's how life
Just don't
works.
be like Thanos.
No, he murdered.
Half the universe for a girl.
Is that why he did that shit?
From what I heard, he was in love with Death. Like that girl.
The actual entity Death.
Yeah, I think he was in love with her, and then he destroyed half the universe because of her.
I am inevitable. Anyway, alright, so he had the Tony Stark Spider-Man suit, had all kind of mods and shit, one of which 8 fucking arms popped out from around him, so it helped him whoop all them, what were those demon flying thingies asses?
Whatever their asses was kicked.
Yes, that.
They
Very...
no longer had asses because it was kicked.
Exactly, and he was doing it, and doing it well. And
That's what he said.
that is what he said.
And what she said.
Yeah, both of them said it in that song.
Oh, yeah.
I represent Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn.
Like
Spider-Man and Captain America. Boom, bitch. All right, so we back
Facts be.
Facts be. So yeah. And then after that, like, Spider-Man's handling this shit for a minute. He's whooping ass and he's taking names. And then they started tag teaming that ass. And the next thing you know, first of all, okay, wait, I was about to get ahead of myself because it was a girl power time. What? Yeah, was it?
That was when Spidey had the thing, and then, he kind of got cornered in, and then the girls.
Right, but I think he had got it back from Black Panther before that happened.
No, I think he got it after, because that's when Black Panther came in and was like, give it to me.
Right, but I was about to get to that part. But I think he did that. I think he did that before he made it rain fire.
Yes.
Right, which means Captain Marvel, name is fucking stolen, wasn't there yet. And she was one of the girls in the whole girl power thing that was helping Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which was after they made it rain fire, because remember when she showed up, they was only shooting at her.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
So then Spider-Man's running the shit, and it's become like a football game at this point, right? And then next thing you know, he's getting his ass handed to him. Black Panther shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
You gotta say it like him.
I was gonna, but you stole it a second ago. I don't feel it. I don't feel it anymore.
Did I take it from you? I'm sorry. I should have just given it to you.
Anyway. Once T'Challa had the gauntlet, he takes off like he plays for fucking New England, people. I'm talking about he's dodging motherfuckers left and right. And of course, the black dude plays the running back in the movie. And I'm talking about he went pretty much fucking untouched the whole time he had it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. My short-term memory's failing me. I don't remember how he didn't have it anymore. I do know that Spider-Man ended up back with it. And then he was trying to, hold it down. And then what happened was, while he had the gauntlet, Thanos was like, fuck that shit. I'm about to just go take this shit. And then that's when they started.
Because it fell on the ground and then
yeah,
they was playing.
Right. And then that's when they started mollywopping Thanos again. And that's what it was. They started really getting up in his ass. And he was like, and he was telling his little sister dude, make it rain fire. And he was like, but sir, the troops. And then Thanos was like, fuck them niggas. Nah, he wasn't.
Fuck them kids.
Nah, like for real though, he was like, I don't care. And he was like, all right, well, I guess we all about that. So the ship got all them missiles, started making it rain fire, right? Everybody's getting shot up. All the monks is doing the little spell things, and they got the little protective circles and Chinese above their heads, and then out of nowhere, all
lady man.
Right, she was mad too. Let's make that known. She was mad. She had to come and handle Thanos, bro. She comes out. Captain Marvel comes out of nowhere, and nobody knows she's on the way. But the ship suddenly starts shooting at something away from Earth, and it comes to find out it's her. She comes flying through the ship and destroys it. And then things start getting really heated up, because once she lands on the ground, she starts joining the fight too. She actually goes toe-to-toe with Thanos for a little while. Taking names. And the next thing you know, like, Spider-Man's got the gauntlet again, and Thanos is like, oh, I'm gonna squash that little... So I'm gonna wash that spider out. So then he goes after him, and it's like, oh no. Like, all the girls come up, they're like, we love Spider-Man, because let's be real, bitches love Spider-Man.
Y'all better fall back off my name.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Whose
Captain Marvel, T'Challa's, Black Panther's war general, the new king of Asgard that was appointed by Thor. All of this girl power just came out of nowhere. And was like, and it would have been Black Widow too, but she dies, and it cannot be undone.
Yeah, she fell to her death.
Right, in exchange for the Soul Stone, because the swap is always and forever will be a soul for a soul.
Yeah, she gave her soul, so
Yeah, even though Hawkeye was trying to die for it, she was like, "No, I'm gonna die for it." And then they
I want
fought.
this to be my legacy.
They fought to die for it, which, you know,
Yeah.
That's-
They.
that's definitely white people. That's definitely white. That's not urban nerd shit. That's just they were ready to die. Anyway. That is about all of the spoilers we can pack into one single episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. But before we get on up out of here, I gotta hit you guys with the question of the day. For all of those who did see Avengers Endgame, what was your favorite scene in the 3-hour-long Titanic-esque movie? That is the question of the day. Yeah, what is your favorite scene in Avengers Endgame?
Or at least top 3.
Top 3, definitely, because I'm not good with favorites. If you're not good with favorites, that is such a good idea, Miss Kitty. If you're not good with favorites, just like I'm terrible with favorites, give me your top 3 favorite scenes from Avengers Endgame. I'd like to thank you guys for listening to yet another episode of Urban Nerd Weekly, man. I'd like to take a second to remind you guys to please, if you have not, I'm begging on my knees, begging you guys to subscribe, like, rate, and comment on the show on all platforms available, whether it be Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
Or their SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher,
Spreaker, TuneIn,
Blueberry, and more.
Don't you forget whatever platform you use, I'm willing to bet I'm on there. And if you're thinking about Spotify and iHeartRadio, I'm going to be there soon. Just make sure you guys keep liking and commenting, rating, subscribing to the show. Let everybody know how you think. Let me know how you think. Let me know what you want for the show. Hey, man, my name is Space. Was here because, see, I was here, but now I'm... Oh, shit.
Not.
Hold up. We're going to re-record this part. Once again, I'd like to thank you guys for joining us. And I want you guys to thank Miss Kitty for joining us. Thank you for joining us, Miss Kitty.
Thank you for having me.
And my name was Space Was Here. See, because my name is Space and I was here, but now I'm...